Welcome back to the O Show. We're going to talk about Trump's bullish promise to crypto holders, plus some XRP news, plus a lot of other things happening. Solana also flipped bullish support, I think. I am in Los Angeles, California, born and raised. But we're going to talk about, because there was they had a convention. What did they call? What do they call it? I don't know. I don't really, like, this is the thing, guys. I'm like kind of political, but not really. All I really care about is getting money ethically, and giving my family and community the best quality of life possible. That's all I care about. So I don't know what it was, but they were talking yesterday. And I guess Hulk Hogan came out. I did a meme with that. And I said, this is Vitalik at Bitcoin 2049 or Bitcoin Conference Nashville. I don't freaking know. I just say stuff all the time. RNC. But I did a meme with it because I thought it was just ridiculous. Like, they literally have, like, I'm going to pull it up for the YouTubers. And we're going to talk about the outage. We're going to talk about the outage because there's a couple tidbits there what we have to talk about. But this is the meme I made because I'm ridiculous. I says, I'm telling my daughter this was Vitalik speaking of Bitcoin 2024. Maxis would never allow it. Also, too, I made another meme. Mark safe from the great Microsoft outage of 2024. And we'll talk about that a little bit. We'll talk about it a little bit over there because it's important and it directly relates to crypto. All of this directly relates to crypto, both of these. And I'm going to segue it back. While we're streaming and while we're talking, I'm going to go ahead and cover the news as always, price action, etc. But one of the things I want you guys to think about before we get too hot and heavy is this topic here. Will a CBDC be impacted by a cyber outage? That's a real question we need to ask. Why does that matter? Well, we had a failure. We had a failure with Microsoft and CrowdCreate. What is it called? CrowdStrike. Okay. You know, it's kind of important. So what happened with this outage is everything went down. Lots of things went down. The airlines are a hot mess. So if you're traveling right now, I'm sending you love and light. Get home. I forget what saint it is. Is it St. Christopher? Is that when you find, I've been wearing chokers for like over 20 years. But is that when you get home safe? Or is that when you lose something? I forget. No, it's St. Christopher when you're traveling. Because I have that. But shout out to the people who are traveling. I hope you guys get home safe. And another thing too, you guys, like, I guess 911 in some places in the United States went down. Like, people are not able to trade on certain brokerages. And that's why having access to Bitcoin is so important. But another thing to keep in mind, a lot of these centralized projects, they will go down as well because they're using AWS. And if AWS uses Microsoft or CrowdStrike or any of that stuff, it'll go down as well. So things are not as centralized, or things are not as decentralized as these projects claim to be. That's number one. Number two, what's going to happen when we get a CBDC? Because we're getting a CBDC. We are getting a CBDC. That's coming. So when we get the CBDC, is everything going to get to go down when all of this goes down? Should we be carrying gold and silver and cash? And that's kind of important. Like, we talk about cash being, you know, dirty and nasty and, you know, people don't like it. It's not practical anymore. But realistically, if everything goes down and everything is completely digital, how are we supposed to do anything? And yes, with Bitcoin, some of you guys might be saying, well, with Bitcoin, if it goes down, well, if you know how to use a radio, you got the gold nuggets from Knott's Berry Farm. Well, if you know how to use a radio with Bitcoin, you could still send transactions. So that'll work. But now that we have BlackRock and TradFi coming into the Bitcoin ecosystem, it's not that decentralized anymore, in my personal opinion, because now we have these guys that have a lot of capital. I think BlackRock owns 300,000 Bitcoin. So that's another thing to kind of consider is, like, how much control do we really have left over Bitcoin? That's all I'm asking. And I'm not sit-futting. I'm not saying anything bad. I love Bitcoin. I support it. I think it's a good hedge against the US dollar, inflation, all of that stuff. But at the same time, is it really, really for the people now? I want you guys to think about that. But more importantly, what happens if we get a CBDC and the CBDC goes down? It's all electronic, you know? Think about it. Anyways, let's get straight into it. We got to get into the news. I was marked safe from the great Microsoft outage, and also Polygon Matic. Shout out to them. Shout out to them. They were safe from it too. We're going to cover that story more and more. First off, let's take a look at crypto. Crypto's doing well. Bonk is up. Bonk your bonk. You're going to Hornet jail over there. Bonk. Solana's up 8%. Mog, Popcat, some of the faves. I missed all those, but you know what? It's okay. It happens. There's always another buses. Floki is up. Now we head over to TradingView. When we trade over, should I sell my Litecoin? I'm at 24%. That's a personal choice. I can't tell you to trade. I can't tell you guys to do any of that. I'm not a financial advisor. I don't want to be. So this is going to be the daily. Bitcoin finally broke out. We broke out of that cute little consolidation range. And again, the consolidation range was 714, which was, or not 714, yeah, 715, which was Monday. So on the weekly, we finally got that breakout. Nice. Let's see if we close, because we did get a swing wick high all the way to $66,000, but we weren't able to sustain, and said we retraced, and then we're back up now. So if we get that close over $65,000, then you can see what happens, and a potential move back up to about $73,000. Everybody's euphoric. Everyone's excited. Next week is going to be a big week. Bitcoin 2024. Former President Trump will be there. And on top of that, the Ethereum ETF is set to go live. So right now on the 4-hour, we look gorgeous. We look absolutely bullish, absolutely gorgeous. And the next target will be about $70,000. So shout out to everyone who's holding Bitcoin. That is wonderful. That's fantastic. Give me 14. I like it. I like it. I like it. Okay. Now taking a look at Ethereum. Ethereum is also doing well. I says we needed to sustain above this trend line. So taking a look at the daily, thus far, we've been able to do so. We got a close above the trend line at $3,400, and we're up. We are up. We are up. We are up. We are up. We're up. And again, if you guys want to use any of the exchanges we're trading on, not your keys, not your coins, read the terms of service. The ref links are down below or on my website, cryptowendyO.com. But just as long as we get that close above the $3,400 area, we're good. And Solana is sending. Solana was really kind of trading at around the $160, and we finally got a really nice move up, and we hit a swing wick high of $172. Trading or looking at the 4-hour. 4-hour looks great. Next target for Solana is probably going to be around let's say here, 175 that we would need to break for Solana. That's what I see. That's what I'm looking at. Yeah, this makes sense with all the swing wick highs. So some of our top coins are doing well. Looks like XRP is moving upwards as well. So we had a bit of a downward move all the way down to 54 cents, and now we're back up to 58 cents. So that's fantastic. I like it. I like it. I like it. And remember, you guys, this is not from the RNC last night. This is an old video of Mr. Trump, but he's talking about no CBDC, right to self-custody, right to Bitcoin mining, and he's pro-Bitcoin. And we love that. We love it. We love it. We love it. But at the same time, some of the things that we do need to take a step back with. Yes, I'm voting for whoever's pro-crypto. If they put a Democrat in that is pro-crypto, and if it's not Gavin Newsom, I will vote. We'll pick between those two. I will never vote for Gavin Newsom. I don't care. I'm born and raised in California. Unless you are also born and raised in California, you cannot tell me anything about it. Because everybody loves to talk all this mess on California. And now that Gavin Newsom may potentially be running for president in California, now everyone's like, ooh, you don't get to talk mess on California. You don't get to talk mess on my set and then want to vote for Mr. Newsom. Exactly. Even Cali knows too. So any other Democrat, more than happy to hear their side of the equation, more than happy to hear their side. But even Gavin Newsom, I wouldn't, just because he's done so much damage to our babes and to our economy here. Can't do it. Can't do it. But that's just me. That's just me. But again, just because Trump is saying he's pro-crypto and pro-Bitcoin doesn't mean that he's going to uphold his promise. Doesn't mean he's going to uphold his promise. Mo knows. A reason being is because he sat down, he talked with Jamie Dimon about being U.S. Treasury Secretary, I believe. You know? So we gotta be careful. We can't let down. We have to still continue to speak out. We have to still demand that the public servants hear our voice, and you do it in a peaceful manner. You do it by sharing things on social media and by commenting and writing them letters and advocating those types of things. But again, it's very important to do that. The reason why it's important to do that is because you don't want you want to make sure your best interests are being heard, and you want to make sure these people uphold their promises. So that's my take on that. My take on that. Now this story over here, what's going on? In addition to that, he came after Mr. Bukele, President Bukele of El Salvador. And I didn't like that. I didn't like it. So I'll tell you basically what happened. This is the clip over here. I'm not going to play it because it's not really relevant to crypto. It doesn't say anything about crypto. However, these public servants, they like to play 12D chess. Oh, it's playing.
A certain country, and I happen
so they like to
like
play 12D chess over here.
the president
so
of
maybe
that country very much.
President
but
Trump
he's been getting great publicity
heard
because he's a
or saw
wonderful
what was going on with
shepherd of the country.
Bukele.
He says how well the country.
Sorry. Darn it. But maybe he heard what was going on with Bukele and over in El Salvador with Love and Bitcoin and Bitcoin being legal tender. And he's like, oh, I have to beat him. I have to beat him. Maybe that's what happened. Who knows? But basically, he said that what President Bukele is doing as El Salvador is kind of like a front, and that he's really not for the people, and he's taking away all the bad people, incarcerating them, and then letting them come to America. I don't know about that. I can't comment on that. I just know what I've heard my people I know that are from El Salvador, what they're talking about, and that the people that are from El Salvador that have come to America or go visit family or whatever, and they're very pleased with what he's doing over there. That's all that I've heard, and people like what's going on over there. I haven't been. I can't really speak on it, but again, that's just what I'm hearing from people that I know that live there or have family there. And in addition to that, I actually talk to people. I talk to people. Shout out to Australia. So he basically went after Bukele for that. And Bukele was like, I'm not going to respond. I'm not going to deal with it. And you know what? He did, like me politically, I don't know what I would have done. But I feel like he handled that very well. And yes, Trump did seem a little bit humbled since his life-death experience. But he did go after El Salvador, and I don't really know why. There's a lot, but he went after China hard. We know that. But there's a lot more countries I feel like he could have definitely went after more, but he didn't. So it was very interesting. Yeah, I would have clapped back. Sicilian women, we don't shut up, keep our mouth shut. Funny story. My daughter came home from her dad's yesterday, and I guess he got her like chanclas, which she doesn't like chanclas with the little thong ones. She's like, who's ready to get hit? I'm like, get out of here. I've never thrown a chancla at her. It was funny though. But with that being said, shout out to Bukele because I don't know what I would have said. But it's going to be interesting to see what happens between the two, or if that was related to Bitcoin or El Salvador outdoing the United States of America with Bitcoin. That part is going to be interesting. Very, very, very interesting. Apparently, we're getting raided. This is not the right channel to raid, you guys. So those of you who are raiding the channel, you're going to need to pay me, number one. Number two, in addition to that, or go donate to the self-care lab. But the day is not for the meme coins. Now let's talk about this. This is really cool. We're going to get into XRP. We're going to get into all the other stuff. Okay, so Mr. D10. Oh, this is going to drive me crazy. I got to turn this off. I forgot to mute this one. It's going to drive me freaking crazy. Okay, I'll have to get back to this later. All right, so this is from the twins, Tyler and Cameron. They donated $500,000 in Bitcoin, 8 Bitcoin to Deaton for Senate to help him unseat Warren. Basically, they're saying, he's pro-crypto, he's pro-Bitcoin, so we're going to go ahead and donate to him, which I think is fantastic. I love that. And you know what? We had talked about Senator Loomis supporting some other random candidate that just popped up, but not John Deaton. And that was bothersome to me because this is the thing. We all know the public servants. They've got their buddies, they got their friends, they got their stuff and whatever. But it's like John Deaton is really for the people. And I feel like he does deserve a chance to, essentially take over Elizabeth Warren's job. She has proven time and time again that she does not care about people. And, as far as it comes to the banking industry, women and all those other things, which I don't even care about. It's more so her pro-crypto stance or her anti-crypto stance. That's a problem. And the issue with me is that people told her, like they reached out to her, they told her, hey, Bitcoin crypto is not bad. And then she didn't listen. She was just listening to other people's opinion that were in the higher ups, and that's not okay. So I appreciate what the Winklevoss twins did. I greatly appreciate it. It's important. And the reason why it's important is because we do need to see more people backing pro-crypto people, especially our own. And remember, John Dean, he was that guy that represented 75,000 XRP holders on a global scale. I'm not even going to comment to that person at all. So in crypto, we don't have qualifications because everything's self-taught. It's called self-sovereignty and it's called self-education. So how does somebody become certified to talk about crypto? Well, how does somebody become certified to talk about anything on the internet? You know, anything on the internet. I don't know, you make a channel, you start talking about it. But primarily with crypto, it's more about experience and doing your own education, you know, self-education, that type of stuff. But anyway, shout out to the Winklevoss twins. I appreciate them donating and helping to support Dean. This is amazing. Also, to smash a like and share this. I've got 300 people in here, but I only got 75 likes. That's ridiculous. And to all those that meme coin that were spamming me, you guys didn't even like the video. So that's not sitting well with me. All right, now. So this is funny too. I would never pay for this. Trump Bitcoin conference roundtable seats are going for $844,000. A photo with Trump will cost attendees $60,000, but couples get a discount. They can secure a photo with the former president for $100,000. That's ridiculous. I don't like that they use this picture of him, but good for him. He's got to raise money, right? Because that's what they all do. I don't know. I wouldn't pay money to take a picture with anyone. But now let's go ahead and talk about the exploit that happened. There was, darn it, this is not the right article. Oh, it was a Blockworks article that had it. Oh, darn it. Where did it go? I'm going to have to pull it up because the Blockworks article was, I believe, a lot better. And it had a crypto thing in it too, which is pretty funny. Let's see. Okay. All right, so we all know that Blockworks went out today. Or not, Blockworks. No, Microsoft. What am I even talking about? Sorry, I'm trying to find that article because this one doesn't have what I need in it. Here we go. Hold on. So Microsoft IT outages hit worldwide after faulty update from the cybersecurity firm CrowdStrike. So shipping terminals in New Jersey also delayed, 911 reports or 911 systems being down in Oregon. The issue impacted emergency services, banks, airports, flights, trains, and health services. I think the most important takeaway from this is it absolutely sucks. It's horrible. But at the same time, a lot of these companies need to do better. And you really think AI is going to fix all this crap? It's not going to fix it. It's going to make it even worse. But probably the most important aspect of this, where is it? Is this article from Block. Polygon CISO Gupta stated on X that Polygon uses CrowdStrike technology, but they weren't impacted because they don't roll out non-critical updates to our staff before testing them. In any case, Polygon networks are decentralized, which I don't think any of these projects are truly decentralized like they say. Even if Polygon Labs did get impacted in such an IT incident, nothing will be impacted on Polygon network. So this is the thing. Polygon did the right thing. And the fact that a crypto company like Polygon did the right thing instead of emergency services, banks, airports, flights, trains, and health services. How does this happen? Okay. How does this happen? So instead of rolling, and it didn't impact me because I don't do automatic updates to my stuff because I got to look at these things first. But the fact that Polygon Matic, a crypto company, caught it, they didn't necessarily catch it, but they weren't impacted because they just don't automatically roll stuff out. But all of these other entities did. That's pretty ridiculous, don't you think? I think so. I mean, come on. Anyways, that's kind of interesting to me. So shout out to Matic Polygon. All right. Also, too, this is from Miss Loomis. She said this. She said, do you know what form of currency hasn't been affected by widespread cyber outages? Bitcoin. I appreciate this. But also, with that being said, Miss Loomis, you've got a bill that you're supporting for, I think it's for stable coins, which a CBDC. Also, too, and I appreciate that. I love that. I love that we're seeing the public servants become pro Bitcoin. But at the same time, now that we've got BlackRock and all that stuff involved, we got some serious problems. So I love it. Give me 10. Want all the public servants talking about. But again, if you are going to support Bitcoin and you are in office, Bitcoin was created for the people, by the people. Don't ever forget that. We're not talking about the elites. We're not talking about people with money. We're talking about the underdogs. That's what we're talking about. I absolutely love that movie, Clueless. I love it. It was super cute. Like, oh my God. Best movie ever. Me and Lo, we watch it all the time. So just keep that in mind. You're going to see a lot of pandering happening, and that's okay. But really, really, really make sure that we continue to reach out to these people and hold them accountable and be like, hey, you supported Bitcoin, so why are you doing this? Now, Grayscale, we got that spot Ethereum ETF coming, baby. Pump my bags. So Grayscale expects its Ethereum trust to be listed on NYSE Arca July 23rd, 2024 per SEC filing. Okay? So basically it's supposed to be listed and hopefully it starts trading. But again, things don't always happen on time. Okay, so be cautious. Also, too, another thing that we do need to remember is that when we got the Bitcoin spot ETF, they did have to wind down. They did have to wind things down. And then once they winded things down and they got done selling the Bitcoin, etc., then numbers started going up. So just don't expect Ethereum to go up like crazy. Remember, go back and look at the chart with Bitcoin, see what happened, and then add that to your trading and investing strategy. All right, XRP, there's some good news. So XRP surpasses Bitcoin in trading volume on South Korean exchanges, and that's a little win. That's a win for XRP. On Upbit, South Korea's largest exchange, XRP accounted for 40% of trading volume. On Bitfum and Corebit, XRP made up more than 35% of the volume. Okay, so shout out to them. Also, too, we got to do our update for Matera. We're invested and partnered with them. And when we say partner, we're just using the thing to get points. I make money by this. So I am connected on X and IG with YouTube. It's not connecting to the one under the email address, so I have to figure that out. But I will be doing that. But let's go ahead and push to see how many points I got. So basically, it takes the impressions and the data and all of that stuff, and it gives you points, and then you can do whatever it is you want to do. So right now, we're up to, come on. We're up to 50 something million points. So we'll see what happens with that. But again, it's free to do. All you do is you go ahead and you connect your, basically what you do is you connect your social medias, etc., and then you get points. Yeah. That's a thing. This is the thing. I have to talk to TikTok about it. And if you guys want to join Matera's down there. I got to talk to you guys about something. So I posted a video talking about what happened with XRP yesterday because I explained it to you guys on the live stream. On the live stream, we said there was supposed to be a closed door meeting with Ripple and the SEC. The SEC canceled it. It was speculated that the reason why they canceled it was because to deal with the Ethereum spot ETF because they have to get that to go live because they're under lots of pressure. So I posted pretty much the same verbiage on TikTok, but for some reason, you guys took that the wrong way. It was a sad day because XRP community was waiting for it. They were excited about that. They're like, yes, we can't wait. We want to get the settlement done. We want all this stuff to happen. So you guys took that as a bad thing, like I was attacking you or something or whatnot. And I wasn't. I was just reporting on what happened. I don't own a lot of XRP. I have like 10 XRP. Not even a lot. I don't even know how much I have. Okay. It's not something that I hold a lot of. I love the XRP, or I support Ripple because they essentially went to bat for us against the SEC. And if we didn't have Ripple and XRP or that unjust lawsuit from the SEC, we wouldn't know that most crypto assets are not securities on the secondary market. That is incredibly important. But you guys took that video as it was a bad video. I was just reporting the news. It was a sad day. It sucked. But you guys took it the wrong way. And I don't understand why. I'm not understand. I went back and I watched it. But some of the comments were ridiculous. I'm like, what is going on? Are you guys okay? Are you guys okay? It's okay. It's going to be okay, I promise. It's going to be okay, I promise. Anyways, let's get into WazirX. So the hacker funnels $140 million worth of Shiba Inu, Matic, and other altcoins in Ethereum. Oh my God. But they got caught. And the reason why they got caught is because they KYC'd on a centralized exchange. So the blockchain security firms say bad actors typically move altcoins in Ethereum to prepare for laundering, as a native token has no built-in means to get frozen. That makes sense, because Ethereum is supposed to be more decentralized, but at the same time, they can move it all they want, but we can still track it. Yeah, Callie holds it down. He does. That's what happened with WazirX. Terraform Labs to reopen shuttle bridge, destroy Luna tokens. The court authorized Terraform Labs to reopen Shuttle Bridge. Users will be able to redeem sealed assets on Terra Classic. All assets will be transferred to a new wallet with a simplified redemption interface. Users have 30 days to redeem assets, after which remaining assets will be destroyed. Authorized to destroy 150 million Luna tokens from Terra community. Funding to reduce circulating supply. Plan to deactivate and destroy 125 million Luna. Staked by 49 validators, 2.5 million Luna. For liquidity provision, and the Chapter 11 plan includes these measures pending full court approval, expected by the end of September 2024. All of this is part of the strategy to stabilize Luna's value and restore community investor confidence. I felt like didn't they merge over to something else? I don't know. I was never a big Luna holder. We reported on it a lot because that's what you guys were interested in, and we report on mainstream stories. So I don't know. If you are a person that holds the Luna or whatever, I don't know, follow this. I don't really care about it. But let's go ahead and talk about Robinhood. Robinhood says they can get more efficient by tokenizing real world assets, says CryptoHead. Interesting. Let's see. They will leverage blockchain tech to tokenize RWAs for increased efficiency. RWA is a fancy term for an NFT. When we're talking about, they basically want to tokenize everything they have to show, like, to be more transparent and to show, to be able to see things clearer or faster or whatnot. But a side note is Larry Fink previously highlighted tokenization as the next generation for markets. But I'm curious to hear what is going to be transparent and what isn't, because you know for a damn fact that they're not going to come out. You know that they're not going to come out and have everything transparent. So that's just my opinion. But again, I think RWAs are good long term. We'll see. But anyways, I'm going to get going. I got to go. Oh yeah, I got Lunic at the absolute bottom when it crashed. So Raider's rich, you guys. He's rich. Good for you, Raider. All right, I'm gonna go because I want to go eat. I'm gonna go be fat this weekend. I've been fat this entire week. Don't care. Since I'm in a depression, I gotta deal with that. It's gonna be really frustrating. I don't want to deal with that. So I'm just eating a bunch of Italian food and have Beagle Billy. Yes, I will be at Chain Link at the Kin in Venice next week. Yeah, I'm speaking. I wouldn't drive out there otherwise. Are you kidding me? It's too far. But anyways, I'll be there. If you guys are in Venice, come see me. If not, that's cool. Information's on my website. I will be live on Saturday and Sunday. I don't want to hit the bag. It's deflated. But anyways, sending you guys love and light. Thank you so much for the support. Shout out to SQUIDGROW. Shout out to Market Cypher. Shout out to TikTok. Shout out to YouTube. And have a good rest of the day. And I hope that, again, you guys, if you're traveling, or if you're actually more than just the travelers, if you're somebody that got impacted by the outage, by the cyber outage today, and you weren't able to get emergency services or get from point A to point B, just know that you're in my thoughts, because that's got to be terrible. But anyway, sending you guys love and light. Bye. Bye, guys. Thank you.